G'day folks, it's the Maple Monkey here again with another live stream for you, and we're counting down the days until Operation, or sorry, I should say G.I. Joe Operation Cobra. I always mix that up. But yeah, G.I. Joe Operation Cobra, great looking game that's looks like it's in development and coming out soon on Gamefound. Will be coming out, so we're looking forward to. I think it's the 25th of March that's coming up. So roughly in about 5 days, I guess, depending on where you are in the world, sort of thing, when that sort of campaign goes live. But yeah, really looking forward to that. So we're counting that down. So over the last few videos, I've been sort of sharing different thoughts about, what I'd like to see in the campaign or what I'd like to see from the game itself. And inviting folks to share their ideas. Not getting a lot of ideas, must admit, on the video, sort of thing. But hopefully, you guys out there are excited for this game coming out, and maybe are leaving your feedback and advice and stuff at the OC Games Gamefound webpage there. Big thanks to Diversion Architect and others who have been dropping off their ideas in the comments and that sort of thing. So I'm hoping that OC Games will see some of that and get some good ideas there as well. I'm sure they're getting pretty close to their campaign dropping, so I'm sure they've got some great stuff cooked up for us as well. And today I'm going a little bit on a sort of a different track. I'm sort of this one I'm quite excited about, is the idea of customization and being able to, I guess, replayability, but being able to sort of come up with your own stuff. We just recently, through playing the tabletop simulator missions, the first few missions that OC Games have provided for us in those tabletop simulator mods, have provided mission 1 and mission 2, but they've also provided a whole bunch of assets and tiles and double-sided tiles and all that sort of stuff as well. So one of the latest videos that we did was we had to go basically coming up with our own mission, and so we were just using the quick start rules and what we knew of those, but we were still able to with the tiles and putting them out in our own sort of layouts and just sort of randomly, sort of, I guess, or not randomly, but sort of thematically trying to put characters where we thought they might be in that scenario and coming up with a bit of a storyline for that mission. We were able to come up with a pretty fun battle, if I do say so myself. I think it was a pretty fun fight. Don't know how necessarily balanced it was or anything like that, but we enjoyed ourselves, and what unfolded on the table sort of told a fun story anyway. And that's all you really want from these sorts of games, is to be able to have some excitement and tell a great story on the table. So I'm really hopeful, because of that experience, that there will be an element of that. You'll be able to come up with your own scenarios and have some fun and mix and match the characters, and sort of even if there's only a set amount of story missions within each of the campaign books or the rule books, or however that works with this game. If you've got knowledge of the G.I. Joe sort of history, or just just got a good imagination yourself, you should be able to come up with some fun stuff, and it should work. Now, that was with a little bit of planning and forethought and that sort of stuff to make things sort of work the way that we wanted. But I'm hopeful that there will be some sort of maybe an official a set of rules or official guidelines for creating your own missions and having some sort of a I guess what do they call it, like uh, design your own dungeon sort of thing. And a lot of dungeon crawl type games tend to have some sort of a mode like that. So I'm hoping that that will be something that will be featured in this game, or at the very least, that the system will stand up to being able to sort of be customizable like that. So that's my big one for today is can we sort of design our own missions and have some fun with that? And along those lines as well, aside from the design your own map type of idea and design your own mission, something, and this is not necessarily something that I guess all companies would be in favor of, and and that sort of thing, but I did notice, and of course I'm big fan of the fan-made content in the Marvel United world, and I'm really grateful that the designers and the folks behind Marvel United seem to be on board with at least, or at least condoning fans sort of getting to enhance that game even further by sort of providing their own content. no charge, of course, free sort of stuff. Not selling any of it, but the fans sort of like sustaining that game and keeping it growing with the fan made content. And so I think it'd be really fun for if in this game, because there's a lot of people clamoring for, I want this Joe, and I want these type of Vipers, and I want this, and I want that, and I want to use Cobra forces and all this sort of stuff. So and there's a lot of scope for these characters to be included in the game. But if we don't get all of the characters that every person sort of wants, and I did notice there was someone recently in the comments mentioning, I'd like to see characters from this range of G.I. Joe, and they sort of mentioned this sort of, I guess, maybe early 2000s period or something, where they added a whole bunch of new characters, and it was sort of like a modernized version or something like that. And that person sort of acknowledged that probably most people would be, this game's kind of targeted at the folks who want the classic sort of stuff, but there's a whole world apparently of different types of sort of eras of the Joes and that sort of thing. So and that, I guess that means that probably not everyone's going to get catered to. So it'd be fun if fans could kind of make the characters that they want to see, if they miss out on them, and add them to their games and that sort of thing as well. And something that I was quite surprised by, and I thought was a cool thing to do, was I think the designers of Freedom 5, the board game that's sort of recently come out. It's a bit like a reskinning of Defenders of the Realm. I think it's Arcane Wonders. They've provided like assets, digital files and things like that as part of to their backers and that sort of thing. So that fans can design their own cards and that sort of thing for their characters and that sort of thing. So I thought that was quite a cool thing. So who knows where OC Games stand and what sort of licensing rules and things like that they have. But that would be an even more fun way of sort of customizing stuff, is if fans could sort of design their own heroes and villains and that sort of thing as well. I think that would be a lot of fun. So whether it's just customization of the missions themselves, whether that's an option that is provided in the rule books and that sort of thing, or all the way up to sort of like supporting fan made content, that sort of thing, some sort of realm of like fans being able to sort of keep the game going beyond what's just in the box sort of thing, I think would be a lot of fun. So we'll see what the future holds for the game, but I'm just looking forward to seeing what we get in the initial run, and we'll see how things go from there. But looking forward to this game. I'll be back tomorrow with another one of these videos. Hopefully it'll be at a little bit of a better time for folks in different parts of the world sort of thing. Going into the weekend here in Oz sort of thing, so we might be able to do something. So it might mean that, I guess, the next video sort of appears more quickly. It might even appear within the same day in some places of the world that this one's going up, because I think this is going up in the morning in the States sort of thing. So either way, we'll keep it going sort of thing. So hope to see you guys during the campaign. In the meantime, drop any comments in these videos if you've got any ideas and that sort of thing. Keep your eyes peeled for more videos from myself. I've literally just finished uploading an unboxing of the Elder Scrolls by Chip Theory Games. A big box that's just arrived. I was really excited to sort of open that. My unboxings aren't the best in the world, so they're a bit sort of amateurish, like everything else that I do. But hopefully you guys enjoy that if you're interested in that game. Very excited. I mentioned Big Head Chibis a couple of videos ago, who make some cool sort of models to support little chibi figures and things like that. And so they've just released their a whole, I should say, not just that model, but a whole range of stuff for this month's Patreon. But the one I'm excited about is Gung Ho. So that's a character I'm designing for G.I. Joe United, the Marvel United sort of crossover with G.I. Joe. That's a really cool model. He's a really cool character, classic one from the old comics and the cartoons and stuff. So I am looking forward to sort of getting him printed out and using him on the table. I've got some great ideas for him. I've actually got a bit of a backlog now. I've got a bunch of characters that I've got rules for now. I've just got to sort of get the art out there and stuff. So a bunch of more heroes coming your way if you're into that G.I. Joe United range. So anyway, well, thank you very much, guys. It's been a pleasure. We'll catch you on the next one. And Meep Monkey out. See ya.